the last part. Let's suppose that my first hypothesis was that perceived ease of use is basically positively increasing the financial well-being, and as per my evidence, it is also indicating that it is significantly and positively enhancing my financial well-being. I can say here the hypothesis is supported. In the same way, if perceived risk, because I remember that risk factor was negative in relation to financial well-being, so I can say here, because it is also significant and it is indicating a negative value, so I can write here supported. In the same way, that is privacy and security, and it is showing the positive impact, so I can write here supported. In the same way, uh, that is convenience, service convenience, and it is also supported. So I can write here if my results are as per my hypothesis, and it is also indicating that my theory is accepted over here. So in the same way, you can select, you can go to the home button, simply go from here, no borders, select from here bottom border, top border, and the same way bottom border, and you can adjust like an APS style table like this. So this is how you can try a simple model. You can interpret the tables. So what if I have include a mediation or moderation in this model? Let's suppose I have a mediation or moderation in this model. So how can I compute this? Because today it was also planned that I need to consider the mediation and moderation analysis also, as per the requirement of today's lecture. We need to have mediation and moderation also. So smart PLS consider mediation analysis very easily. For example, I need to consider FW as a mediator. If I see my model includes FW as a mediator, and our final dependent variable or endogenous variable is service trust. So we can say that these four factors are mediated by including this on this. So I can have a direct mediation. You can skip the indicators from here, hide indicators, hide indicators, hide indicators, and hide indicators. It will become very simple. So for example, these are the four factors which are basically impacting FW, and FW is impacting another construct, which is service trust, that is ST1 to ST4. So I create another construct here like this, and I also hide the indicator of this construct. So I can create a direct relationship like this. So here the financial well-being is directly mediating all these four factors as a relationship, or explaining the impact of these four factors on ST. So what I need to do, I need to calculate using Bootstrap because previously I have analyzed the measurement model, so I need not to use it again, just start calculation of mediation. However, we can also estimate the mediation analysis using the Hayes process here. We can see here the file for Hayes process. Yes, this is the file of Hayes process. We can use the style of Hayes in this smart PLS. Like for example, this one was the simple moderation, but First, we need to see whether we have done this moderation or not. So, sir, do share a data file on WhatsApp also. All right, I will share some data file. The current data file that I am using is basically related to my one of the paper which is under review. So when the paper is published, I will also share this data set if you want in future. But at present, I cannot share because of the consideration by the journal. But I will share some other data sets of my published documents or other data set for your practice. I will see whether it has completed. No, it will take some time because there is a mediation in this model. So I will elaborate within 10 minutes how the mediation apply, how the moderation apply, so that you can practice by your own way. So this is a simple mediation that I have. What will happen with the model when you include a mediation? So here you can see the same results are here. And you can see that the impact of FW as a mediator for ST is also significant, but this does not confirm the mediation. We need to see the specific indirect effect. There is a line of specific indirect effect. You need to click it and you need to see here that PEU mediated through FW impacting ST, there is a positive impact, there is a positive and significantly mediating impact. You can see FW is impacting PR on ST. Still, this impact is negative and it is significant. You can also see the FW as a mediator impact between PS and ST. It is positive and it is statistically significant. You can also see the SC impact on ST by considering the FW as a mediator, and it is also uh, positively mediating. Can anyone tell me whether it is a full mediation or partial mediation? Can anybody tell me if you have any idea? Is it a full mediation or partial mediation? You can write in chat box if you are aware with this idea. If you are not aware, let me show you that here, in case of graphical model, you do not have the direct impact of your independent variables on ST. So when direct impact of your independent variable on your dependent variable is missing, and you have analyzed your data using your mediator only, it is full mediation. But what if, let's suppose I also connect these variable with my DV like this. I am showing also the direct impact of these four. Now I run this model. What will happen? Just a minute. I need to run the bootstrapping. Yes, this one. So what will happen if I connect this and it again will become the significant? It means there is a partial mediation if the mediation is still significant. But if the mediation is not proved, I will have to interpret accordingly. So you need to understand when there is direct relationship is missing uh, between independent and dependent variable, and the relationship is going through a mediator, and the mediator proved significant, it is considered as a full mediation when you are going to interpret. But if you have also connected your independent variable or your exogenous variable with the dependent variable and also connected a mediator in between them, and if the mediation becomes significant, we will consider it a partial mediation. Or in case if direct impact is non-significant, you can go to the specific indirect impact and you can see it is still significant, but you need to see the direct impact also. So how can you see the direct impact? You can open the total impact and you can see the direct impact of PEU on ST. PEU on ST, this is the direct impact. You can see it is insignificant. Then you can see PR direct impact on ST. This is negative and insignificant. Direct impact of PS on ST. This is significant. So we may have two partial mediation and two full mediation, because two of the variable having the direct impact are not significant, while two of the variable having the direct impact are significant. So in case of PS and SC, we may have partial mediation, but in case of PEU and PR, we may have full mediation. So this is how you can run the mediation analysis. So what about the moderation? How can you run the moderation? Go to the graphical output. You can also run the moderation analysis here in the way that you want. For example, I delete these all at once. For example, let's suppose this is our moderator and these are all independent variable. Let's suppose if we make it simple, we can just delete some of these variable to make it more simple for your consideration. Let's suppose we have this one only as an independent variable. This is independent, this is dependent, this is the moderator. Just like Hayes process that have provided in model 1. We have independent, we have dependent, we have moderator. So how can we run it? Simply connect them. This is the direct impact like this, and you need to draw a line on this path. It will automatically understand that you want to moderate this relationship. So you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to have a setting. You don't need to put anything. You just need to draw a line between a path of independent and dependent variable. Now you need to run it, bootstrap, and you can start calculation, moderation analysis. You can apply any of the model, which model you have prepared your conceptual diagram. You need to apply that model. Like you have a lot of options. You may apply the two moderation also. You can apply this one also, moderator with moderator. You can apply the mediation also. So we need to see whether the result is final. No. In the meanwhile, we can see the other options that we have using the Hayes process. We can have a mediated moderation also. So we need to see whether our results is final. No, still it will take some seconds. So after seeing the results, I will analyze some one or two models more so that you may have an idea how to run the moderation, how to run the mediation using smart PLS. So you can apply the Hayes process. You don't need to go for any setting. So you can see there is a significant moderation between PEU and ST, and you can go to the path coefficient and you can find here that PEU is positively impacting the ST, and the moderator interaction term is positively impacting, also positively impacting, and you can see the impact of PEU on ST has decreased in terms of coefficient value, while the T value has decreased, but the P value remains same. So it has decreased the impact by including the FW as a moderator. You has decreased the impact because previously the direct impact shows a higher coefficient value, but now the coefficient value has decreased, while the moderator also showing the positive impact. So in this way, you can find out the moderation. For example, if I want to have the mediation like this, how can I apply? Just go to the graphical results. Just delete this one, this path. I want to run a mediation analysis. You just need to draw it, how you want to run it. So it looks like a Hayes process simple mediation model. So I can run it smoothly Just go to the calculate bootstrapping, and it will run the mediation model. So just the results. And I recommend to all of you to please do practice using Hays process model. You just need to draw the model here. You don't need to have any setting like SPSS. The procedure in SPSS is somewhat lengthy and complex, but in this case, we don't need to have a complex procedure. You can see here the impact of PEU on FW, then FW on ST, then PEU on ST. And I have told you that in order to find out the indirect specific effect, you need to multiply this value with this value. But in this case, we don't need to multiply it. First, we go to the path coefficient. You can see the direct impact here. FW to ST, PEU to FW, PEU to ST, and you are seeing that all are statistically significant or all are positive. And in order to see the indirect effect, you need to go to the specific indirect effect, and you can find here PEU to FW, FW to ST, it is significantly positive, and it is partial mediation because the direct impact was also significant. If you see the path model, you can see the relationship between PEU and ST, it was also significant. Therefore, we can say that this is partial mediation. You can apply the next one also in the same order. Like if you want to apply this, there is a mediation and there is a moderation. You can apply this also here. You just need to draw the similar model here. For example, I need to put here another variable, but before that, I need to do it. Go to backward. Yes, measurement model. This was my measurement model. I need to put a moderating variable over here. Let's suppose that moderating variable is PR. This is an example of moderating variable PR. I need to hide its indicators. So let's suppose I want to run a similar model that looks like this one. So how can I run it? Simply go to connect. This is mediation that I was previously running. And this one is moderation, like this. And this model looks like this. So you can run it also. Go to the calculate, go to the bootstrapping, and you can run it very easily. So the thing is that this document I have already shared. So you need to apply all of these model. You do as much practice as you want. You can apply all these models and you can interpret this model. So there is no any type of complexity that you need to feel over here. So after running this model and seeing the results, we will conclude the session. And the advanced techniques like second order constructions, I will discuss tomorrow. Today we have discussed the first order model construction, and we have also discussed the mediation, moderation analysis, the Hays process we have discussed. So we have covered a lot of things. We have also discussed how to interpret different values. Uh, Tomorrow we will discuss the CBSEM procedure along with second order and higher order construction. So I will share the recordings of today lecture, as well as I will also share some of the data set with you so that you can practice. So you can see here results. You can make adjustment. If you cannot see, you can make adjustment. Even you can put this value as per your convenience. So you can see here there is a direct relationship, there is a moderating relationship is not significant, if you can see here. Go to the path coefficient. You can see here the direct impacts. Three of the direct impact are significant, but the impact of your moderation is not significant. It is significant at 16%, and the moderating impact is also not significant here. So go to the specific indirect impact. You can see the specific indirect impact is still significant. If you can slightly change this model, like mediated moderation I have previously told you. For example, if you cut it from here and you connect this PR with this, what will happen in between this? What will happen? We need to go to the bootstrap and start calculating this model in order to see what will happen to this model. So just wait for a minute. We will calculate. Tomorrow's session will be the last session for Smart PLS. And the next weekend, we will cover the MOS software on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will try to cover the MOS in 3 days. So we will have a break on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday also. And we will cover the 3 days of the next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for MS. So I hope that you will learn the MS also. And after completing the MS training, we will complete our quantitative primary data analysis training program. There are a lot of people who could not attended our regular sessions, but they have seen the recordings of the video. They are regularly seeing the videos. So I have decided that I will give all of you uh, a demonstration MCQs test as well as a demonstration comprehensive test where you need to clear the test with more than 70% marks to get your e-certificate. So in that way, your assessment, your understanding of all the training sessions would be assessed. So I would personally recommend who could not attend or missed any training session would see the recordings and would revise the concepts. If anything is missing and you were unable to get at least 70% marks in your test, you will not be eligible to get the certificate. So in order to get the e-certificate, you need to get at least 70% marks in the objective as well as in the comprehensive part of your test. So I will design the test after completing your training. I will give you at least 1 week for revising all concepts or all sessions. I will give you 1 week, and after you are prepared, I will give you a test for objective as well as comprehensive part to attempt. And if you are able to get 70% marks, you will be successful whether you have attended the sessions or not. But if you are registered, you are eligible to appear for the test. So this is basically the moderating impact. This is mediated moderation, as we have seen like this, like in the previous example. Uh, Yes, no, this one. This is basically we have done as a model 7. So we simply need to draw a model and we can run it. And we can see, first of all, the path coefficient. Here you can see the moderation impact is not significant here. And PR is also, but PR is significant as a part on FW. And you can also see the specific indirect impact. There are three specific indirect effects from PEU to FW to ST, and from PR to FW to ST, and then moderating and you can say moderated mediated impact, and it is not significant at all. So this is how you can interpret the results. So this was all about today's session. If you have any question, you may ask. If you have anything to ask relevant to today's lecture, you can ask, or we can conclude the today's lecture. If you have any query, you may ask. You may open your mic, or you can type your question in the chat box. Or if you do not have any question, we can conclude this session because it was all about today's discussion. So please let me know if you have any query. If you want to ask anything, please let me know. I think there is no question from the participant. There are only three participants, Wakar Muhammad, Richard Osei, and Anjum. So if you guys have no any question, can I conclude the session now? Please let me know. All right. Thank you, Wakar Muhammad, and thank you, everyone, Richard Osei and Anjum. Thank you, all of you, for attending this session. I hope you will attend tomorrow's session because tomorrow is the final session for Smart PLS. I will discuss the second order and CBSEM model of Smart PLS, and that is very important session. And don't miss that session because you will learn a lot from that session. So thank you, everyone. Stay blessed and stay happy, and stay safe. I will meet tomorrow with advanced sessions on it. Thank you, everyone.